Hi, good morning, the YouTube game, the school community. Today it's challenge number 20. So today the task that I've been asked is to reflect on how my authenticity has been reflecting on my relationships. So it actually took me a time to think about like a proper explanation on this topic. And in fact, I think I actually made my mind about it. So I will break it down in two main chapters. The first one is what people really know about me, my everyday life, between the different chapters of my life that I had. And the second part will be what people can see online or have been able to see online through mainly Instagram, Facebook, social media in general. Okay? So in terms of genuine, authentic self within people's, how does it impacted my relationships? I always have been very authentic, in fact, quite careless, being myself, I always been the black sheep or the underdog, and I was always not necessarily caring about people's opinion, and this valued me some pros and cons. Obviously, I did have people that loved it, some people that hated it, and when I was younger I used to care a lot about what people used to think about me. And this was impacting me. I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be not liked. I wanted people to appreciate me, to like me, to love me. But in fact, my crazy personality made that it didn't necessarily happen this way until at some point I ended up facing a turning point where I didn't even care anymore, and I just wanted to be respected because I was good and not because I was cool. And I think this, obviously the switch started to happen personally. I was also always very competitive, and I was just focusing on my own destiny regardless of what people used to think about me. I wasn't here to make any friends, and I always kept my circle very, very small, and I always had friends counting on a handful per destinations, and I was very, very happy with that. I didn't want to be friends with people I didn't like, with people I didn't feel, and I was very, very stubborn into my relationship, and probably my mind wasn't opened enough. It was, we share the same things, we don't, that's it, and I didn't really care any further. And I wasn't focusing so much about my reputation, I wasn't focusing so much about my network, and I was just going on without asking myself so much questions. Now, of course, I grew up, I became more mature. I also realized that here in the US, network is very, very important. Reputation is what matters the most. And obviously, during this first decade, during my 20s, I always thought that I will make it on my own. I didn't need nobody. At some point, I also realized that, shit, I could have also accumulated so much more contact and network if I had cared and nurtured those, which I didn't think that it was a necessity before. I was happy with my small circle. I know that the few friends I have in each countries all around the world are friends for life. Doesn't matter for how many years we didn't see each other, this is like blood, and I was so content to have those pure relationships that for me, that was the only thing that mattered. Now, of course, I grew up, I think with these years of transformation with myself, I had to face and embrace the loneliness too. And now I think by founding a home, a stability, a peace of mind, not having to compete anymore, just wanted to give back. My values have changed, and finally I would like to open to the world again, and I'm striving for new friends, striving for new connections, striving for collaborations and partnership. And obviously, on a personal point of view, I feel so much better this way. I realized that now I was very, very stubborn. I was too authentic and sometimes immature, stupid, and stubborn. And again, no regrets. I truly enjoy, and I think it also helped me to continue to achieve myself the way I wanted to become, and I'm happy to have find a peace right now. At the opposite, for what is in social media, I felt like I always having a game to play. As I told you, when I was younger or a teenager, I was always striving to be this kind of celebrity, rapper, be on stage, be recognized and famous. And I think this really fucked up my mind in a way that I was always thinking that I was on stage and I had a show to make in front of people. And I think this is somehow how I lost my true authenticity with myself. And this is where I think I got confused over time, because I couldn't really express myself. I became shy to show who am I, to show my weaknesses, to show my vulnerabilities, you know, because I had to take off this mask that I put myself for so long. And again, you know, I know that my life became very exotic over the years, and you know, I wanted to keep that dream. You know, I wanted to be this source of inspiration, this dream, you know, showing my travels, the weathers, the beaches, the friends, the parties, you know. And same thing with my fashion style. I was always quite extreme and passing from a style to another when I was a kid. And same thing, I started to work very, very young, around 15, 16. I started to make some money, and I was spending it on clothes, and I wanted to impress people all around me, you know. I always was in a sort of competition, and of course I didn't want to, you know, to be envious of somebody that had more than me. So I think this is where everything started, and I'm happy that now with this challenge, you know, like, it really helped me to renew with myself and to really find peace, I think, with, definitely with myself, with who am I, what are my values are. And I think all my life brought me to a certain stability, which I don't feel I have something else to prove anymore. You know, the less you have, the more you show, the more you have, the less you have to prove to others. And I think this is exactly the mindset. You know, now I feel very content, and I realize the potential, the chance, the luck, the experiences that I had, and I know that this is quite unique. And now my actions and my life speaks for myself now. And so this is why I think I really learned how to make the switch, and really helped me to go through this journey with you guys, this challenge on its own. And that is pretty much it for today, guys. So today is Saturday, we're the 21st of September. It's a beautiful day. We are pumped, we're jacked, ready for another big one, full of challenges, and ready to embrace them. So again, be good at it. I love you all. Thank you for listening until the end, for those who did. And I see you on the next one. See you tomorrow for another episode of the School Challenge. Thank you, guys. Take care.